Three, two, one. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Fighterdiet podcast. Today, I'm meeting with Lisa Cheek. She has lost 135 pounds, and we're going to find out what's her secret. Welcome to the podcast, Lisa.
Hello, excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Lisa, do you have a secret?
You know, honestly, when I first joined Fighterdiet, I was just going to try and lose a few pounds. I had no idea that I would be this successful at it, honestly. I had done everything in the past, keto, paleo, Atkins, literally everything, and nothing had worked. So I kind of had it in my head that this would be the same thing, and
sorry for interrupting. How did you discover Fighterdiet?
so I had followed Pauline for years. I was just too chicken to actually join a challenge. I didn't think I'd be able to lift weights or anything. So, I thought with me being so heavy that I wouldn't be able to do it. And then one day I just decided to just dive head first right in and started. So
How heavy were you? Do you mind if I ask you that question?
my starting weight was 322 pounds.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Did you was it genetic, or did you live a sedentary lifestyle, or what? How come?
Both. It was both for sure. So.
And what made you want to change? Like what was the milestone in your life that you told yourself, like, I need a change in my life?
Honestly, I think I was just, as I'm getting older, I'm seeing more and more of my family, getting sick and things happening with them. And I just don't want that for me. And I think I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired, so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've seen pictures on you in our groups, and you've just become this Fighterdiet warrior now. And I even see shirts with a Krav Maga on it. Do you practice Krav Maga?
I do. I did boxing before Fighterdiet and trained in Krav Maga. So I love it.
Love it. It used to be, not everyone knows, but I was in a car accident and broke my neck. But before I broke my neck, Krav Maga was the martial art of my choice too.
Yeah.
So absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think everybody should know a little bit of Krav.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So tell me a little bit about your journey with Fighterdiet. So you started Fighterdiet. You were obese.
Yeah.
How was the introduction to Fighterdiet, so to speak?
So when I first started Fighterdiet, I decided that, everything in the past I've always done kind of half-assed. I didn't give it my all. And I told myself when I first started Fighterdiet, I would give it 110%. With everything. And so when I joined, I just read and read and read about everything. The eBook was my Bible. I carried it with me everywhere. I studied it over and over. I asked a lot of questions, and I just kind of dove in head first. I didn't really, stepping into the gym for the first time and lifting up weights. That was the first time I've ever done anything like that. So
wow.
So it was a learning experience for sure. And I'm still learning, but it's a lot of fun.
How did it feel? Because I know this from other people's journeys. How did it feel to go into a commercial gym for the first time, picking up weights? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
I was very intimidated, very nervous, very anxious, especially with it being something I'm not used to, so, but I just decided that I was just going to basically pull my hood down, keep the little tunnel vision and work.
So how did you start Fighterdiet? Was it a challenge, or how did you actually start?
My first challenge was the January 21 Cuts and Gains challenge. So that was a brutal one.
So you printed your ebook, or you read it on your phone, you brought it to the gym.
Yep. And I printed it out, and I turned the pages, and I would just, do the exercises as it was laid out, and did all the training and everything. And oh man, I remember being in the gym for 4, sometimes even 5 hours, just trying to learn it all, because some of those exercises I'd never done, deadlifts, I'd never done anything like that. So it was really trying to work on form and getting it down. And, that's something I still struggle with, even today, but, especially with my mobility issues and everything. So.
How was your progress? Did it go fast, or did it take time, so to speak?
I feel like it's been fast, but it honestly, this has just been in the course since January of 21. So 2.5 years maybe so far, and I'm down 135 pounds.
Yeah.
So I feel like I feel like it's been fast, but it seems like it's like, just a slow pace kind of thing. But it's been good.
And when I look at you, I see the weight loss, but I see more than that. I see how your body composition has changed, right? You
Yeah.
went from a, I'm trying to find a real polite word to say here, but I'm just going to call you a potato and don't kill me. But you
No,
went
you're
from,
fine. You're
right?
fine.
So I'm going to call you a potato, but then you went to this, you're just this Amazon woman now, right? With broader shoulders and small waist and big biceps and just a real
Yeah.
warrior. So it's the composition too, right? The way you change your body composition.
Yeah, I think that's the craziest part for me, because sometimes I'll walk by the mirror and I'll have to step back like, who is that? That's the coolest part for me, I think, right now.
That's a good feeling.
It is. It really
Yeah.
is.
So where do you see yourself going now? You've lost 135 pounds. You changed your body from more of a potato shape to just a warrior like goddess. Where do you see yourself going now?
My goal is to just keep going until I like what I see. I want to keep building. I want to lean out as much as I can, and honestly, I've never been down this far before in my life. So I don't even know what this is going to look like when I lean it down, or what, where I'll be happy with, So right now I'm just going to go until I like
Right.
what I see.
I don't know anything about your private life, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or parents, but how did the people in your immediate surrounding react to your progress? Was it positive or negative? Because it can be both.
Yeah, it certainly can be. I think, you know, in the beginning, it was kind of, like I'm going too far with it. And now, as far as like the eating and the being so disciplined, and, I'm not going to have that. I'm going to have this. I think in the beginning they were kind of like, well, I think maybe you're taking a little too far. But then as my progress has happened, I think they're now seeing, okay, yeah, maybe we're onto something here.
Right.
So um, now everybody's pretty supportive of it.
Good.
So
Good. I'm
it's
glad to hear that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, many times we actually hear about family members who, well, it's tough to see one person of the family change to the better. I mean, oftentimes they can get almost cursed out. Like, who do you think you are? Do you think you're better than us, or why are
right.
you? So it's odd. It's a little
It
bit
is.
odd.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. For
so
sure.
any celebrations? How have you like celebrated your milestones? Like you lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Yeah, I really don't really do that much for any like little milestones or anything like that. Um, I really have just stayed the whole tunnel vision, stayed focused, and just kind of going at it. But when I did get to the 100-pound mark, we celebrated, going out to dinner and things like that. But that's pretty much it. So nothing
So
too
you
crazy.
So you say you have tunnel vision. What helped you motivate you? What gave you the tunnel vision? Was it your own inner capacity? Did the Facebook group help you? Did you have Pauline in your head, or how did you get that tunnel vision, so to
It was
speak? So,
really, the group and Pauline. The community is like no other I've ever seen. I mean, it's an amazing group of supportive women, and I think that is fabulous. There's something about logging in. If you've had a bad day, you come home and you're just beat down. There's something about logging in and seeing everybody's progress and listening to Pauline's podcasts and her lives in the group that just lights that fire again. And that's what's kept me going. So it's everybody in the group and Pauline.
what I love in the groups is seeing women flex their muscles. It's something you never see, and I love coming in on Fridays and on Flex Friday, as we say on Fighter Diet, and
Yes,
just see all the women proudly flex muscles, and it's just and see their joy. Like it's like something they've never been able to or been allowed to do, honestly. And here
right.
they are, just flexing and being proud of being strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like it too. Like, in the beginning when I first started flexing, I thought, why am I even doing this? I don't even have anything to show yet. But the cool thing now is that I can look back and see how far I've actually come.
Right.
And so that's kind of like the thing I always post in the group about. You make sure you take your pictures now, because that's the biggest thing that, when I was initially 320 pounds, I never took a picture because I was too mortified and embarrassed to take a picture. And I really
Right.
wish I had. I
Yeah.
don't think I took my very first pictures until I was 280 pounds. And I really wish I had taken it at 322 just to see, just to compare. But
Yeah.
so I really try to drive that home in the groups for sure, because I think that's really important.
Yeah. And there's something very empowering about seeing newbies, new people to the challengers, to the challenges, taking their first Flex Friday, and even though there's nothing there, so to speak, it's just the act of doing it. You know, it's just and it
Right.
just ingrains into you that you're allowed to do it. Like you don't
Right.
have to be a cover model in a magazine to flex. You can be just you, and you can flex, and that's fine. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. You're still showing up. You're still putting in the work. You should be proud of how far you've come.
Yeah, yeah, right. Wow, exciting. So how has so your relationship with you, how has that changed? Because I've been helping Pauline with Fighter Diet for I want to say 14 years now. And I think for me, like one of the coolest moments is before pictures when people I'm gonna turn, they sort of like they have these rounded shoulders and some they look down and then
Right.
give it a couple of weeks and then they just like stretch up and the chest goes up and the smile comes up. And so it's actually the body posture when
Mm-hmm.
the self-esteem just seems to rise. So how do you feel about you now, so to speak?
I definitely can see a big change in that, and so can everybody else around me. Before, even during pictures and things like that, anytime a video camera was out, I would always hide in the back. I would never be up front and everything. I would always hide behind people. I was never one to, talk to other people or, just interject in any conversation or anything like that. And now I'm seeing more of that in myself. I've definitely gained more confidence with Fighter Diet for sure. Even just taking the pictures and taking the selfies and things like that, I would have not done that in, my previous Fighter Diet state.
Right.
So,
Right. I know. I see that. I mean, I see you in pictures, and you take space. Like
yep,
there's no excuses. You're here. I am. Like this is me, and you
yep,
flex your biceps proudly, and it's wonderful to see. Like, yeah, it's powerful. It's
yeah,
powerful.
yes.
So talking about Fighter Diet, it's both workouts and food, so to speak. How has the food part? How did that change for you? Because I can imagine you coming from a totally different
Hmm.
meal plan, so to speak, to Fighter Diet meal
Yeah.
plan.
The crazy thing, so before Fighter Diet, I rarely ate a vegetable. I think the biggest vegetable I ever ate was like a potato, maybe some green beans. So coming to Fire Diet was a little bit of an adjustment for me, because and even then I would maybe eat one meal a day. I had the worst nutrition habits ever. And so that was one of the biggest things that I focused on first when I came to Fighter Diet was really nailing down the nutrition because I knew that was what was going to propel me towards my goals. I had to nail that down if I was going to get anywhere. And that's what I did. I really read up on nutrition. I studied everything. The chefs are amazing. Oh, God love them. They've helped me so much. So with and they make the best recipes. So the recipe app is wonderful.
Yeah,
Um,
we pride ourselves with that. We've come a long way with the recipe app, trying
yeah,
to give people variety and different satiety, so to speak. I'm
absolutely.
I'm wondering what was the biggest difference between the Fighter Diet food and the Atkins food, or you tried a different protocol, so to speak? What made Fighter Diet work? Was it the amount of food, or
The
what was it?
volume, definitely the volume. Because you think of Atkins, those meals are this big. They're tiny. And you're supposed to eat that and stay full. There's no way. Especially, like Pauline says, honestly, when I was bigger, I was never hungry. I ate because it was mealtime.
Right,
And that was it. Now I feel hunger, and that's a new feeling for me.
right,
That's my biggest struggle right now is trying to control the hunger because I've never had to experience it before.
right.
So I had my week and where I was texting Pauline and trying to figure out what to do because that hunger was so intense and I was really trying to fight it to keep it at bay. And so the big volume foods, you need that. Like people kind of scoff at it when you bring your big mixing bowl to the lunchroom, but I mean it's needed to get through the leaning out process for sure.
Yeah, I mean, all diets are some sort of exclusion. You have to exclude something, right? But the Fire Diet way is genius in the way that we can eat till we get full. I think it's just so brilliant. So we don't have to starve.
Yeah. Yes, that's the best part of Fighter Diet right there. The best part about Fighter Diet is that you can eat until you're full and eat these big, beautiful, voluminous meals, and you do not have to starve.
Okay, so you lost 135 pounds. You're doing challenges. What about the future? How does the future look for you?
The future for me is Fighter Diet all the way. I don't see any other way to live. So this
Right.
is it for me. This is a lifestyle, and I'm here.
So it's not a short-term thing. It's not something you do for 2-3 weeks to lose a few pounds for a wedding or for a summer. It's something you do for life, so to speak.
Yes, this is something you do for the rest of your life. This is it. So,
And do you think it's doable and manageable for people to do for life?
oh, absolutely, absolutely. This is definitely the way that everybody should live. You know, even when I was trying to lose weight in the beginning and I had no idea what to do, and I was just trying all these different things, like, you know, eating these tiny meals and, you know, trying to work out and trying to figure out fitness life. It's like I had these weird pieces, but I couldn't fit them all together properly. And Fighter Diet is that for me. Pauline has come up with this beautiful fitness paradise life where she puts all these pieces together for you. It's all laid out. You just have to follow the plan and work it, and it works. It changes your life. So that's
Wow,
really
that's beautiful words, Lisa. So something before we end, something something about Pauline. How was she as a leader, a motivator, and teacher, so to speak?
she
Because
is.
I hear she can be kind of like tough.
She is tough, but you know what? I mean, you need that sometimes because a lot of people will tell you what you want to hear, or they want to make it easy and try to, you know, kind of sugarcoat things for you. And I can't have that. I need someone to be real and be open and say, what are you doing? You know, this is what you need to be doing to get where you want to go. Your goal is over here and you're here. So she's straight to the point, and there's no, you know, no funny business. And I like that.
Yeah, she has. She certainly has integrity. That's for sure.
Yes. And she just has a way of, you know, because sometimes you have to explain things to me like I'm 5. And she has a way of just getting that across to you. You know, she has a way of explaining things to where they just make sense. So I
Right.
love that.
Any parting words for newcomers? Any parting words for the new people that join the challenge?
Yeah, I think, you know, if you're just joining the challenge, the biggest advice that I have is to just start.
Right.
Don't, because you can sit there and overanalyze everything. You know, just open the book, make the meals, follow the plan as it's laid out. You know, don't question everything, just follow the plan as it is. You know, pick, you know, do your exercises, do the training, and you'll go places.
Right.
Just start. That's all.
That's good advice. I see a lot of there's a little bit of panic, I want to say, in the first few days with the newbies.
Yeah.
They want to do everything at once, and so that's probably good advice to just take it slow and follow the plan.
Yeah, this is a lifestyle. It's not just a 8-week challenge. You're here for a while, so you've got plenty of time.
Right.
So,
Lisa, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for talking to me, and hopefully we can talk again.
absolutely.
Since you're going to be with us for a while, we can hook up again and talk more.
You're stuck with me.
All right.